Thoughts and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at another Marvel Legends figure. And going back to the 90s, which had a lot of great X books, we are going to be doing our first core member of the X Factor team of the 90s, and that is Multiple Man. And Multiple Man comes in your standard Marvel Legends box. It's black. You can see a window box there. You can see him in there. It says X-Men, Multiple Man, and Hasbro at the bottom. At the top, you have the Marvel Legends series logo, and you have an X on the top of the box, and he's part of the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. Got some warnings over here, but, you know, we're grown people. We don't need warnings. On this side of the box, you have 3 nice pictures of Multiple Man, and which is the same on this side of the box, and on the bottom of the box you just have a bunch of words and barcodes and all sorts of stuff that we're not going to take the time to read. But what we are going to do is take a look at the back of the box, and if you want to read something, I have a slight bio right up here in the right hand corner, and we will zoom into that, and you can pause the video, read this at your leisure, but we have to keep moving on. And zooming back out to take a full look at the box, you can see Marvel Legends at the top, a nice picture of the figure there, and the other figures in the Apocalypse wave. And they are Wolverine, Magneto, Marvel's Gladiator, Sabretooth, Storm, Multiple Man himself, and Psylocke, which I think we did that review. Anyway, and there's some more credits on the bottom of the box, but nobody wants to see this guy in the box. I know I don't. So let's get him out of the box and see what he can do. And here we have Multiple Man out of the box. And out of the box, he stands at approximately 6.5 inches tall, and he comes with a few accessories. He comes with this big hunkin' leg, which is not really his leg. This is the Apocalypse leg. Let me see if I can get it in focus. Focus on the leg! There it is. Basically, we're not going to do anything with this, but we'll show it off since it's in the box. See, it bends, and it twists and turns, and that's pretty much it. So, basically, what we get with all the reviews we've done and all the pieces, we probably put together some sort of weird Frankenstein monster. I might do that, and when we do our last X-Men, I'll probably try to pull him out and say, well, this is what we've created. Anyway, next, he has 2 alternate heads. That's pretty much it. He has an unmasked head, which, you know, is a regular guy-looking head. I don't know much about if it's any specific design or if he looked a certain way. I mean, he just looks like a regular guy with brown hair. I don't know if there's anything unique about it. Now this one, this alternate head, he has his hood up, and he has the X and the blue and the yellow, so that looks pretty nice, and it has a nice kind of a smirk, like he's happy, yeah, or, you know, just holding his tongue. I don't know. There's kind of weird expressions on this guy. But anyway, we'll look at those later. But now, let's take a closer look at Multiple Man himself. And coming real close in on Multiple Man's head, you can see this standard head that he comes equipped with is a very angry head. He has kind of this like scowling look. He's got, you see his teeth. He's, I'm angry. I don't know why I'm angry, but I'm angry. So, which is kind of strange choice. They usually put the nicer or the happier head on these guys, but oh well, that's the choice they went with. So his head, he's wearing his hood, and it's a nice blue, and you can see the X detail right here on his forehead, the red X in the yellow circle, and there's a line that goes throughout his head, which is pretty nice. And it comes down to his costume, which you can't really make out much because basically he's just a big trench coat, which is a nice trench coat, mind you. I think it's the one that they use for Gambit later series, but opening it up a little bit, you can see his costume has got a lot of yellow and blues on it. I'm not sure if this was accurate to the 90s costume, but I think it might be close enough. I can't remember. I did read the comics, but it just seems like he was wearing blue. I don't know. But that's all there is. You got these little designs on the chest and the legs, and the midsection are basically all blue. There really isn't any paint on this guy except he's all blue. So there's really not a lot to go into when describing how this guy looks. He does have some blue fists, and his arms are painted brown and are sculpted to be like coat arms. So even if you could take this actually off, you would still have coat arms. So you don't want to do that. Okay, what I am going to do though, because this is bothering me for some strange reason, is I'm going to switch out this angry head, and I'm going to put this more happier smirky head on. So anyway, that's it for what this guy looks like. Moving on. And for our articulations, starting at the newly mounted head of happiness. His head is on a hinge, so it can go down a little bit, and it can go up a little bit, and it can go all the way around if you were so inclined. So that is his head. His shoulders, arms can come up a little bit and down. They can go all the way around 360 degrees. He does have a bicep swivel that can go all the way around. He has a elbow bend, which is built into the coat. It's kind of hidden there, but it is there, so that's pretty nifty. And his hand can go all the way around, and it does have a hinge to go in and out, so that's pretty neat. He does have a ab crunch. You can barely make it out right here, but he can go forward and he can go back a little bit. Of course, a lot of his main articulation here is going to be hindered by this coat that's getting in the way. But you still got a little bit. And then he has a waist cut. It goes all the way around, so you can get a lot of motion there. And coming down to his legs can go up quite a bit, so that is impressive. Back, not so much, because it's standard Marvel Legend. The buttocks gets in the way, but it can kind of go out to the side a little bit, so that's good. He does have a thigh rotation. It's very loose, so I don't know if I like that. This one is just crazy loose, how and that's just straight out of the box. So continuing down, he has a double knee bend, which gives him a lot of motion, so that's pretty neat. And coming down to his foot, he has a boot cut, which takes it all the way around, and his foot is on a hinge, so it can go up a little bit, down a little bit, and it rocks the house up down. Oh, there it is. I knew it was there. I saw it. Boom. So yeah, wow. I don't know. He's not supposed to be a flexy man, but this guy is really flexible. So, you know, maybe he should change his name to the Human Pretzel. I don't know. Look at that. Oh my. Anyway, that is it for his body articulation. The coat, again, is made of this soft plastic, so it can move around a little bit. It doesn't really stay, but I like the fact that it does move, and you can kind of get it to flay out just a hair. And for his third head, the unmasked one, you can see here it is. He has nice brown hair, very pensive, smoldering look about him. I guess the sculpt isn't too bad. He's very distinguished, I guess. I don't know. It kind of looks like every pretty boy actor in Hollywood in the 1950s or something. I don't. But I don't know if there is anything that's supposed to be distinguished about Jamie Madrox's without his helmet or his mask. But yeah, I mean, there it is. Nothing special, I'm afraid to say. But so yes, moving on. And full comparison, here Multiple Man is with some other coat-wearing X-Men: Gambit, Cyclops, and Jubilee. Yeah, it looks like they're going to a convention. They're all wearing coats. Moving on. And here he is with Forge. So, whereas, yes, Forge was the leader of X-Factor for a while, I really don't consider Forge part of the core team that I read, so I don't think we'll see Forge much more in these reviews. But anyway, I wanted to have Multiple Man out here standing with the other X-Factor guy that we actually did review. Alright, moving on. And this has been the Marvel Legends Multiple Man from the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. And he's okay. He's kind of a plain figure, and there's really not much you can do about that, because like a couple other X-Men I've talked about, his power doesn't really translate well into a single action figure because he multiplies himself, and really the only way you could have gotten around that is, I think, put in a little bit of a couple cardboard standouts of him, make them about 6-inch cardboard standouts, and then, you know, they would be really cheaply done, and you could sit them all over, and you know, that would do something. Right now, the head gimmick thing, the alternate heads, you can use those, as you can see, on other figures, and that kind of gives you the impression that there's 3 of them. So I think that was a neat idea, or just put a whole bunch of more heads in the box. But again, he's plain, he's simple. I like the coat, the design of the costume. You know, that's all you can really have with this type of figure. And like I said, he's a core member of the X-Factor team, so thought I'd do him first, get him out of the way, and we can move on to more exciting figures, I guess. Alright guys, well, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, keep playing.